Liz Crawford represents the family of Dennis Brown, who died in October. His family says he consumed 3 large charged lemonades and went into cardiac arrest. Brown's family is suing Panera Bread over his death. They say the 46-year-old had high blood pressure, so he didn't consume energy drinks. The family is arguing the charged lemonade was not advertised as an energy drink, and there were no warnings to consumers.
One of the objectives in terms of them filing this lawsuit was to make the public aware and to ensure that this doesn't happen to someone else. So that objective is being achieved, starting now.
After Brown's death, Panera moved the drinks behind the counter and posted a warning on its online menu saying the drinks have up to 300 milligrams of caffeine. 7 months since his death, Panera is doing away with the drink altogether, saying in part in a statement they are, quote, focusing next on the broad array of beverages we know our guests desire, ranging from exciting, on-trend flavors to low sugar and low caffeine options. Crawford says the Brown family still intends to move forward with the lawsuit.
All those things aren't going to bring back Dennis. And so there has to be some level of this corporate accountability, because without that, then how do we make sure that this doesn't happen again?
Panera did not provide a date for when they'll stop selling the charged lemonade. The Browns lawsuit is going to trial. There is a date for that. That's set for November 2025. In Fleming Island, Zach Wilcox, First Coast News, on your side.
This one started to turn into more of an interesting case over time. I personally wasn't even that interested or aware of what was going on with these energy drinks coming out of Panera. It's like, okay, so it has a little caffeine in it, like an iced tea or whatever, but that's really not the case here. These things were pretty loaded with caffeine, and what it really boils down to is a failure to warn. And, if you take a medication and it doesn't have a warning on it for, you could die or have a heart attack or all that kind of stuff, the medication itself isn't the problem. It's the failure to warn and not giving people a choice. And, everybody's got requirements for what needs to be on a label for any kind of food and that kind of, and drinks and things like that. And certainly once they started seeing that people were having adverse reactions to it, severe ones, like this is, killing people, that really created a duty on their part to warn, label it. It's easy enough to do. And I don't think they really took that seriously. And of course, somebody comes in thinking it's a lemonade, and they, enjoy it and drink too much of it and have a heart attack and die. I mean, that's not okay. That's not what the reasonable consumer would expect could happen. So I think that the Panera is going to have a tremendous amount of exposure and have to pay people for the damages that they've created and lives they've destroyed over a drink that could have been labeled properly to give people a choice, to give them notice, and therefore it is a defective product. So there's a couple of ways people can go with these claims. It'll be interesting to see how it plays out, but my money's that on Panera's going to have to write some checks and get right with some people, because this was terrible. Let us know what you think in the comments below. And while you're down there, please like and subscribe. Thanks again for watching.